Okay, we're going to have Rob Scott come up here and talk with great knowledge on this particular issue.
Well, I've never heard clapping for a lawyer, so not used to that. Real quick, just some housekeeping items. There's some people walking around right now that are getting information for people to register to vote. Voting in our country obviously is one of our most cherished rights, and if you know anyone that is not registered to vote or think they're not registered to vote, make sure you reach out, touch it. With the people walking around, please raise their hand, and I don't see any of them, but oh, there you are, right there by the American flag on the corner there. So if you know anyone, grab her and see if your friends or family are registered to vote. I'm here to talk to you about the law, specifically how this affects the law in regards to the U.S. Constitution. Now, who here has read the Constitution? All right, all of you should be raising your hand. It is one of the most important documents other than the Bible that is in our nation. And I want to read to you the First Amendment. Not many people read it. I'm going to read it here right now. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the right of the people to peacefully assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. Now, I'm one of these conservatives that believes we have the First Amendment because we have the Second Amendment. That's just me. If you guys get that? The right to bear arms? Okay, good. Man, I'm rough today. I'm not making you guys laugh. But the one thing about this mandate that violates the freedom of religion, and that was that thing I read in the First Amendment, and our founders felt that the First Amendment was so important, they made it first. There's a reason it's first. President Obama's healthcare mandate violates the freedom of conscience, a right that is guaranteed by the First Amendment and even several federal laws. The right to practice one's religious beliefs is protected by the Bill of Rights. The Obama administration's attempt to force all Americans to buy coverage for sterilization and contraceptives, including drugs that induce abortion, is a radical incursion into the freedom of the conscience. Never before in U.S. history has the federal government forced citizens to directly purchase a product in contradiction to their moral and religious beliefs. The U.S. Supreme Court has even weighed into this, and there has been several cases under case law that has said that when the government violates our freedom of religion, they must do so under a strict scrutiny standard. What that means legally is that the government must have a compelling interest for this specific law in order for it to pass the constitutional smell test. Who here thinks it passes? I don't. The Affordable Care Act is a violation of our Constitution. No government has the authority to force citizens to buy, use, or sell anything that violates their religious beliefs. According to the First Amendment, that thing I just read, we have the freedom of religion. The Affordable Care Act forces religious institutions to either violate their moral beliefs or be fined. Those who oppose abortion and or birth control have the constitutional right to live their belief, and that means saying no to selling or helping with the distribution of birth control or assisting with abortions. It is the individual's responsibility to decide how and when to use birth control. It is not a constitutional duty or obligation of our government to do so. So what does that mean? It means the spending of our money, i.e. tax money that is given to the federal government, the state government, cannot be used for this. It violates our freedom of religion, period. So what can you do? What can you do? Attending rallies like this is awesome. It gets out the message. It gets people's attention to the message at hand and to the problem at hand. But what can you practically do? Okay, and this is where I'm going to switch into campaign mode. We need you to volunteer. We need you to volunteer on campaigns. We need you to volunteer making phone calls, knocking on doors, getting this message out. Okay, President Obama supports this. The end. He has made no qualms about that. President Romney, that's a Freudian slip there. Governor Romney, who is running for president, who will be our next president, does not support this. I think that's an easy choice come November. So here, as chairman of the Montgomery County Republican Party, I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to volunteer. I'm asking you to give up a little bit of your time, an hour, 2 hours. Tomorrow, literally tomorrow, at our southern headquarters, we are doing a phone bank from 9 until 6 p.m. tomorrow. The address to our southern location is 7020 Paragon Road. It's in Centerville, right there on Paragon Road. We're going to be making phone calls. We're going to be knocking on doors, telling the voters about this, telling them how unconstitutional this presidency has been and how inept this presidency has been and how this man is destroying our nation. So, and we may have some people shaking their heads out there, but we're going to show them come November what the American people want. And it certainly is not socialism. It certainly is not control of our private enterprise. It is not control of our bodies. It is not control of our religion. So I ask for your help. I ask for you to volunteer. And if you have any questions, go to our website at montgop.com. And again, that's montgop.com. And I thank you for your attention.